Hello there. For this practice, if you'd like to have a rolled blanket, it could even be a pair of blocks if you know how to set up supported fish pose. And you can also do it without anything. But for later on, I'm just going to have that available. Of course, you can be sitting on your blanket right now if that supports your seated pose. So we come in to your shape and then check in, see what you've done. What have you done habitually? Teaching your body how to sit on the ground with practice so we can figure out a way to work with our bodies in all of the shapes. Find something that works for us because we're here to create peace and stillness in the mind. But take care of your body so it does not disturb the mind. Foundation noticed. Now the spine, tall. That low back zone coming in and up, nice and long, which tends to lift our chest a little bit because we're used to having them a little bit closed in the front. So notice your shoulders and shoulder blades. Place your hands on your legs so that your shoulders are resting on your ribcage. Shoulder blades together and down. Gently. With that tall spine, taking it down and center your gaze. Soft. It's not trying to see the nose. Notice the quality that it brings to your mind to gaze that way. Not forcing the eyes. That's the default gaze for practice. It can be open or closed eyes. Try it for a breath with eyes closed, down-centered gaze. So it helps keep the eyes and the focus steady, whether the eyes are open or not. You can open or close. Breathe 5 times through your nose, gentle sound. Seal the lips. Try and find evenness. And exhale. I'm going to give my microphone. Exhaling for 3. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last one. Settled. Meditation, just a few minutes time. Arms up, bring in a little energy. Open your hands. Bring your arms down by your side slowly. 2. Move with breath, add a little pulling. There's a lot of push in yoga, but not as much pull. Inhale, reach, open, stretch. Exhale, squeeze, pull. Shoulder blades. Twice more. Up face. One more. Let your fingertips come to the center of your forehead, touching each other. Slowly draw them out, just tugging lightly on the skin to the temples, down the jaw. Hands together. Breathe in, sit tall, lift your heart into your thumbs. Arms up, breathing in. To the right, rotate your spine. Tall, turning. Come down with the hands. If you'd like to lift your back hand today and do the sun gaze twist. Haven't talked about the bandhas yet today, the finding your awareness of your low belly, where your exhales go. creating a little awareness, a little tone. Breathe out one more time. Take that back arm and release part way into a side bend. So keeping the hand on the knee, side bending, all to your own degree. Let your neck follow your spine. One more time. Move with inhale. Come up. Exhale, return to center. Switch the cross of your legs, if possible, or just check in. Arms up, breathing in. Use the foundation and your core strength to turn into the thumb gaze option, or you can put the hand on the floor behind you. Be holding on to that opposite knee, using it to develop the rotation. Opening your chest, your front shoulder here with this variation. Exhale. Inhale. Come partway out, maybe just out to the side, and then over into side bending with the knee hold for 1, 2. I did a neutral forward face on the other side. So what you did on the other side, head follows the spine. 4. Have you found your range of motion? Let your 5th exhale be that. Inhale, coming up. Release. Heart lifting pose. Bring your hands back. Fingers forward or back. Whatever's comfortable is fine. I do the Parvottanasana fingers forward version. If you would like to follow that. Lift your chest. Extend your spine. Gaze down your nose and point your toes. 1. Act like you're going to lift your hips off the ground. Have your body a little ready. Some nice breathing. One more time. Back bending, a little energizing. Lean forward to release and come into Malasana. Slowly, the wide kneed feet together. Walk it in. Hold your shins. Sit tall. Guide yourself forward slowly if you'd like. So you can stop at any point with this. So eventually we try to wrap the arms back along the sides, but the palms together is a nice place to rest the arms. We're holding the shins for 1. On the list for low back love, feel that lengthening there. Give it some gentle space. Patient with your hips. 1 more time. Calming forward energy as well. Release slowly. Making your way to standing. I'm going to try to stand from a squat, so I need to use my hands to get started. Please feel free to stand up in your own way, like lunge or squat to stand. So if I get up onto the balls of my feet in a squat, arms out, practice. Practice from something lower if you're wanting to develop that. And make your way upright, mountain, Tadasana, arrange your body. Ground your hands lightly into your sides as you stand gently tall, relaxed. Find the stillness in the low belly. Bring together that with breath and gaze. 4, 5. Sun salutation. Gratitude practice. Lift up. All is possible. Touch your hands as you finish inhaling. Exhale. Bring your arms down. Lean forward. Let your knees bend and come towards your legs slowly, tucking your chin at the end. Halfway lifting pose. Lengthen your arms and spine. Exhale. Right leg back. Left leg back. Plank. 2. Make refinements if you need to, but try to not overly mess with yourself. Things don't have to be exactly perfect as long as nothing is being harmed. Bring down your knees where they are, release your toes. Upward facing dog. With an inhale, move your pelvis forward, lift your ribs, gaze down your nose, stopping at any point. Down, up dog from the knees, and then on the knees, back to puppy where you tuck your toes, sit towards your heels to your own degree, and the elbows stay lifted so it's active. Stretching the hips away from the hands, head down, shoulders broad. Head can rest on the floor in this pose. The bowing energy, gratitude. Inhale to cow spine. Releasing your feet, gently extend in tabletop. Exhale to cat spine. 2 more times. Slowly extend. For strength practice. Spinal mobility practice. Neutral. Downward facing dog. Lift the knees, heels reaching back. Spread your hands, bring your head down. Firming the legs. Check in with this first one. Slow breathing. One more time. You can lift your toes a little bit if you would like to add a little bit more in the low legs. Relax your toes, bring yourself forward and fold towards your legs, breathing out when you're ready. Inhale, standing up. Take your time. Exhale, slowly release your arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lifting. Exhale, left leg back, right leg back. Side plank to the left side. You can have your knee down. You can use both hands on the ground. Work from your center one more time. Second side. Center, spread that hand. It can be ahead of, I like mine a little further forward than my shoulder in this pose. It can be right over. Use your whole body. One more breath. Back to center. Breathe out. Upward dog from the knees, or you can do cow pose or from the tops of the feet. Stretch the front body. Downward facing dog, move there slowly. I pick up and reset my hands every time. So we just want them to have a nice open, spreading, pressing energy. Finding the angle of the outward spin, a little outward spin. Staying in this one long enough to settle a little bit. One more time. Breathe in when you're ready. Breathe out. Uplifted low belly. Walk forward. Halfway lift. Keep breathing in a little bit more. And then you have a long exhale towards the legs. Release it. Inhale, stand. You may bend your knees. Reach. Release. Adding the warriors, we'll do a Surya B. Bend your knees, reach your arms, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, fold towards the legs. These breaths are so slow and stretched out. Give yourself extras if you need it. Halfway lift. You have not very far to travel in some of the poses. And then you have bigger distances to go back into plank or add the little dip of chaturanga. Upward facing dog, a spinal extension. One breath into downward dog. Exhale. Right leg forward, warrior A, angle the back heel. Press strongly into the front leg and rise up. Hands together, bend your elbows. One. Active legs. We're doing hip flexor lengthening on the back leg. A one leg squat lunge on the front. One more time, breathing in. Let your arms extend again. And flowing through to the other side. So exhale, frame the foot and go back. Inhale, extend your spine, up dog or cow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, warrior A on the second side. You can wait until you're on your way up to breathe in again. This time, pull the elbows wide. Find that dynamic work of the low body. Inhale, arms up. Ready for the flow. Exhale, floor, back, plank of choice. Inhale, extend. Exhale, downward facing dog. So let's give this one 5 slow breaths. Maybe your body's warming up to the idea of this pose a little more, finding a little less resistance in the back body. Using your limbs to lengthen your spine. One more breath. Come to halfway lift pose, inhaling. So you can wait to inhale until you're closer and then breathe in, lengthen. Fold towards your legs, release your breath. Bend your knees, rise into Utkatasana, inhaling. Exhale, Pranamasana, float the hands, elbows up. Vital energy pose. One more. And release. Right foot over the left. Arms up. Crossover, side bend, catching the wrist. Go slowly. Do a turn of your face down towards the floor to a comfortable spot. 1, 2, concentration settles the mind. Come up, breathing in, and release your arms. Breathe out. Forward fold with the crossed legs if it works. If not, uncross. If it puts too much pressure on your hips or anything, explore. It's definitely different. Just bring your hands down where they can rest comfortably, lengthening out, maybe down towards the legs. Switched feet, kind of entertaining for the brain. One more time, breathe out. Remember to use your belly on those exhales, and that supports this. Rise, release, a couple of circles from the hip joints, both ways. Center, other side, crossover. Come on in. Lift the whole rib cage, not just the front. Catch your wrist lightly and side stretch slowly over. Range of motion, downward gaze. 1, 2, we're seeking this precise place where the work is positive, where we have not held back, we have not forced, we have balanced our effort with ease. So that's a long list of entertainments for the brain, a project to come out, release. Maybe the forward fold you can uncross if it doesn't work. So tilting forward from the hips to your own degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming up. Reversing the actions, all part of practice, coming in and out, and the circling of the hip joints both ways. Shift into your right leg and do your ankle circles both ways. Other side. Find a steady spot for your eyes. Other way. And release. Feet under the hips. Exploring Uttanasana, a few variations. So fierce pose. Hips down and back like you're going into a chair, but not your maximum here, just a light Utkatasana. Victory arms, thumbs lead the way. Slowly reach them up towards your ears and down. 4 more times. Slow and controlled, a little forward leaning. Mindful of the movement of the shoulders. 3. Tone your tummy, find that support. So Uddiyana. 1 more time. Stand up, release your legs. Again, down and back, light. This time, thumbs lead the way out to the sides for 5. Straight out of the shoulders. Feel your shoulder blades and shoulders moving. One more time. Press your feet, release the sky. Virabhadrasana C. Bring your right leg straight back behind you, parallel to the floor, maybe. So prepare, shift, lean forward, reach the leg back. Free positioning of the arms. I find that holding my pelvis can help me find center. See where that works. You can always reach forward if you want. Pelvis tries to stay facing the floor, not to the side. That's half moon. One more time. Virabhadrasana C. Come up and reach your leg forward. And bending your knee. Maybe extend your knee. 3. 2 more breaths. Do your best. 4. Slightly higher. And come down to both feet. Mountain. Other side. Warrior C. Lean the torso forward from the hips, lifting straight back. 1, 2. Trying the entire time. No matter what happens, some days are wigglier than others. 1 more time. Try to control and concentrate. As you come up, do a little reset if needed. Bring the knee forward, float it up. Extend your knee to your own degree. You can stop at any point. 1. So if it's too much strain to have the leg straight, just keep your knee bent. Focus on the balance. Good. I see feet in the air. One more time. Lift, lift, and come down. Both feet. Big bend of the knees and step it out to the right side of your mat. Do the side to side lunge flow to come into a little flowing movement. Turn out about 45 degrees, hips, knees, and feet towards the corners of the mat. Bend your left knee out towards your toes, all the way to center and to the other side. We'll hold the 5th one. 2, range of motion. 2, a little dynamic coming out. 3, 3, 4, and 4. To the first side for a 5-breath hold. I tend to go until I feel a nice lengthening on that inseam of the back leg. Where is that for you? Where is that place where you'd like to hold this steady? Give it a stretch. Hands on the legs, support the torso here. One more time. Pressing all the way up to center. When we come all the way up, we strengthen the muscles around the low back, and then to the other side out until you feel some nice stretching sensations where you feel strong and positive, using the whole body. One more. Exhale all the way out. Inhale, center. And release your heels out to the side for the wide fold. Slowly coming forward. You may bend your knees. Placing your right hand on the block or the floor. And you can just use your fingers. You don't have to get your palm down. Bring your left arm and find your sacrum with your hand. So that's a low back. It stays level here. Pelvis is level. This is a mid-back twist. So releasing that arm. Bring it out to this side, rotating your mid-back to any degree here. Straight up to the ceiling is the furthest you should go with that. One more breath is 5. Inhale, lengthen your spine, open your chest. Exhale, release, switch. And to the second side, inhaling and exhaling for 1. Mid-back turn. Exhale, come down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale there. Holding this shape, reach the arms, spread the fingers, inhale, interlace behind your back. Hands down towards the floor, shoulder blades together. Chin down. 2, 3. Feel the roots of your big toes. Lift your chin. Switch the weave of your fingers. Lift your chin up, gaze down your nose. Heart lifting pose. One more. Lift the back of your skull. Bend your elbows and release. Warrior B, turn out your left leg towards the front of your mat and bend your knee into the side facing lunge. Come on down, move your feet apart if there's room to lower. Spine is tall, facing to the right side. Then turn your head only, reach equally. One more. Find a pose on the other side. So take a little inventory, build it on the other side. Feet, knees, hips, spine, neck, arms. Breathe. Your full expression of this pose, whatever that is today. One more time. And release. One more, standing on the side, turning out into Utthita Konasana, fierce angle pose. The plie squat pose. Come down, knees towards the toes. Focus on the lowness today. Challenge your lowness. Neutral spine. One more time. Focus on the lower body. Press into your feet to come up. Heels out, feet together, step, step. Inhale. Exhale. Padahastasana. Slowly fold forward. You may catch your elbows instead or slip your fingers under your feet to your wrists. So here we don't crush the hands, the feet and the hands. It's like they're cooperating. They are. Like you're going to pull your hands out, widen the elbows, bring your head down. So if it's too much, if it doesn't work, it's okay to find another way. This one really gets the back body. Twice more, breathing in, breathing out. Let your knees bend, releasing your hands. It brings blood flow into the hands. Walk your legs back. Downward dog. Child's pose. Bring down your knees gently. Wide. Sit back slowly. Stop at any point. Relax your arms and your head. You can turn your head to one side if you like. And turning the head to the other side for a few cycles of breath. Ground yourself. Exhale. Returning to center and into tabletop. Find the stillness in the low belly. A little something different, lifting the right leg out to the side with the knee bent. So we're doing a little challenge. Try to keep everything else pretty even and just move your leg, lift your knee out to the side. 3, nice and controlled. 4, 5, other side. 1, doesn't need to be far, just try to find the range of motion. 2, 3, feel the strength in my other hip, the balancing side. 4, 5, and release back. Pigeon pose or figure 4 on the back of your body. So that's the shape. We can do it as a downward facing pose as an option. And so from your table, bring your left knee forward between your hands and your heel just in front of your other hip as you slide the legs back. Really use the arms, support. Try to stay downward facing with your torso, and then you may walk out and down if it works to lower yourself. So this way of having the knee folded is less intense on the hip and the knee than opening the joint. But if you know how to open the joint, you may. So we start here. Relax as much as you can. Breathing slows down. So you need to keep the effort to hold the shape. But do so calmly, evenly. Breathing out one more time. Use your arms to lift yourself up and over to the other side. Meet the side where it is. So knee forward, bring your heel out to the side so there's just a little angle as you slide the back leg straight back to your own degree. Some core strength awareness here. This affects the low back as well. Maybe you come down, maybe you stay more upright. Be very present. Slow breathing. Twice more inhaling when you're ready. Exhaling. Again. Exhale finds the low belly. Get your hands on the earth and use them to help bring you upright. And just a few circles from the tabletop pose. So think of moving your pelvis and hip joints. Just let the rest of you follow. Go both ways. Let's bring a little movement around the hips. And cross your ankles. Use your hands on either side. Hop over your feet or sit in another way. Stretch your right leg out to the side. Keep your left one folded in. Kind of an easy pose variation of Janu Sirsasana. Coming straight forward instead of out towards the leg. Extended leg can be rather relaxed in this version. Breathe out again. Slowly rising up through strengthening the body every time we do that kind of thing. Come all the way up, set your shoulders, then switch sides. So like an easy pose with one leg opening, relaxed, wide, and then following the heart forward and down to your own degree. Breathing out again. Breathing in, coming up. Baddha Konasana. Bound angle pose. Feet together, knees apart. Bring them on in as close as they want to come. So I just moved my pelvis to my feet instead of the other way around. You could do either way. And then the heels are together. The rest of the feet don't have to stay together. Find your own expression of this pose, relaxing the inseams. The bind is either the woven fingers around the toes or the ankle holding. Sit up tall, breathing in. First one, shoulder blades together and down. Chin down towards the chest, stay tall. 1. Try to relax the inner legs. Deep stretch of the neck and the upper back with this one. Exhale all the way. Lift your chin. Second one, heart towards the feet, tilt forward from the hips. Extended spine out and down. Lengthen the spine, lead with your chest. Heart towards the feet for 1. So you might have lifted your chin a lot to see what was happening. Please bring your chin down and lengthen your neck. Get to know yourself. That's part of what we're doing here. This is the canvas for our self-exploration. See yourself as you truly are. Coming up slowly and relax. Support the legs to come out. Lean back, hold your shins, ground your feet, sit tall, boat pose variation. One more time. Lean forward and relax over the legs. Calm energy. Coming back with the option of the supported heart pose. If you would like to, add this rolled blanket. I'm going to decide that it's safe to have the blanket nice and wide, wider than your back. And this is a very soft and forgiving blanket. Not nearly as intense as something like a foam roller. And then turning sideways just to demonstrate. So you can stay on your mat if you're practicing. So we're trying to bring the support where your shoulder blades are. So it can be a little higher or lower, and that's fine. So somewhere in that upper back space is where that lift goes. Easing back over it. It's a supported back bend. It opens us up where we tend to be closed, so make sure it's not too strong. Legs where they want to go. Arms where they want to go. Slow breathing. About a halfway point to check in. If anything is asymmetrical, do the second side, switch it up, and then we can do a full yogic breath in this pose, which is letting the belly open up, breathing in, belly, ribs, collarbones, reversing that. Once or twice more, as slowly as you would like. belly awakens and grounds as you breathe all the way out. Keeping that for this transition. So finding your stillness in your low belly as you begin releasing the legs. To come off the blanket, you could rock up. I'm going to go over to one side, like coming out of Shavasana, and just get it out of the way and go back down. So knees to chest pose as a yin pose. Your blanket could come in here as a pillow if you wanted it to. Knees to chest yin style. So move around a little bit. Figure out where this feels good right now. Find a way to hold it that's not too effortful. And rest your eyes, relax your muscles. Taking about a minute's time. Breathe out once more. Transition to your feet. If you need to bring one leg down at a time, do so. Don't strain your low back. Pay attention to your low back as you lower your feet so that you have strength in your front body and hip flexors to lower the legs. Off the blanket, please. One bridge pose to go the other way and to lift up. Find this lift, your own favorite way of expressing it. One. Press your feet. Open the front hips. Chest towards the chin. 4. One more time. Lift, range of motion. Come down slowly. Feel your spine release and palms down, arms out, wide feet. Go slowly side to side a few times. We're doing full range of motion exploration style today. Sometimes the approach is different, but try to go all the way in and just see where that edge is. Not forcing it, but checking in. See where it is. One more to each side. Mobility. Release. I tend to shortchange this bit at the end of inversion. So you can do your bug pose, you can do legs in the air or up on a block. I'm going to lead Salanda Sarvangasana, shoulders down if you have it in your practice. It's fine if you don't feel safe or for any reason not coming up. Take away any blankets or anything behind your head. Bring your feet off the ground. Use your arms beside you, legs up so you can stay legs up in the air. Bring your legs towards you. Lift your hips off the ground. Reach your legs towards the sky. So it's okay to be angled. Switch your hands to the back of your body with your elbows on the ground. The hands help lengthen the spine. And then if you'd like to bring your feet closer to the sky, you may do so. The back of the skull is like it's on a quarter. You got to stay centered there.
The weight of the body is in the elbows, the shoulders, the upper back, and the back of the skull. Use your core strength to reach your legs. Whole body supported posture. 3 more breaths. Bandhas. Transition to halasana. So that means bringing the legs closer to the body if your hips are on the ground, or overhead if you're in the shoulder stand. Lower your feet towards the floor. Release your palms down. Calm breathing. Upside down forward fold. Slowly lower your spine. This process of coming in and out of the shape with control, with strength, gradual, so slow builds strength, and then bring in your knees. Breathe out. Resting pose. Let it be absorbed. Stretch out. Put your blanket under you or on you somewhere. And here there's this conscious letting go of all effort in the body. Feel the sensation of the practice. Feel the energy of your life force. It moves with the breath. Central to the practice is the movement of the vital energy. The inhales increasing prana. The exhales balancing with aponic energy, downward and inward energy. Letting effort dissolve. With your inhale, breathe a bit more deeply and begin your process of releasing. Take a little time to bring yourself back to your seated pose. Sitting comfortably, aligned and relaxed. Be present with how you're feeling. You have generated this. This is self-generated state. Have a moment just to reflect right behind us this hour, that if there was anything that you wanted to be grateful for, or anything you noticed, anything you wanted to remember, so an opportunity to learn. Thank you for joining me. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Have some hydration, maybe something to eat if it's time for that. And thanks for being up for everything. What a great group of humans.